Good evening. Welcome to Military Strategies. We are live right now, February 2nd, 2026. Donald Trump is under pressure not to launch an attack that would end the dictatorship of the Iranian regime and all the pieces that are being put in place in the region right now in what could be the biggest war of the 21st century. Family, tonight's info is very important. Plus, there's a surprise on military strategy, so like and comment.
Dios.
Let's get started.
Dios.
Good evening, family, and welcome to Military Strategies. We're live right now. Thank you for joining us. What a day we've had today. So many things have happened. My mind is all over the place right now, and I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know how we'll explain it. I really don't. It's going to be amazing. Welcome to your channel. Please like, comment, and stay engaged. There's a surprise tonight. There's a huge surprise here on Military Strategies, and it's incredible. It's incredible what's happening right now. Well, I'll give you the first big news of the night. Second, please. A surprise for everyone. We have authorization. We have the authorization to have cameras across half the planet right now. Qatar, Northern Israel, Jerusalem, Tehran, Isfahan. We have all the locations. I'm showing you things that we're already preparing, that we're getting also, so that when the time comes, when 0 hour arrives, this will be the biggest information channel in YouTube history. I won't mention television anymore since we're not competing with it. But YouTube is now the biggest information channel in history. A few hours ago, I posted something on Twitter. If you haven't seen it, I want you to see it. I've posted a series of photos, a series of things that we're going to look at tonight, and we're also going to see things that are happening in other parts of the world. Let's go. And I really want to thank all of you, truly thank all of you, because in 2 years of this channel, we've been doing incredible things. And what happened today has been truly history that we have to tell all of you and that you will understand well. First, let's discuss Iran. Donald Trump is under pressure. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the Gulf countries are under pressure, pressuring through the weakest link in the whole chain, through Wyckoff. They are sending pressure to Donald Trump so that he doesn't launch an attack against Iran. They don't want this to happen again for the command center of the Revolutionary Guard, with all the military inside, the entire chain of command, to be destroyed. Not once, but twice at the same time or in the same way. A few weeks ago, at the start of the year, Iranians protested in the streets demanding freedom and an end to dictatorship and tyranny. And Donald Trump told them to go out into the streets to write down the names of those who are torturing you. Help is on the way. Knowing Donald Trump a little by now, I really doubt it. I really doubt that. Donald Trump's gonna back down. I doubt it. Come on, I'm more than sure that Donald Trump is not going to let this slide. Absolutely. What's happening in the region? What's happening right now in the region? And also, Zamir has traveled to the United States, and this is serious. It's no joke. This is more serious than we thought. Zamir traveled to the United States to deliver vital classified information that couldn't be sent otherwise. It has to be delivered in person so that Donald Trump understands clearly why he has to attack Iran immediately and put an end to the missile program, the nuclear program, and anything related to the Ayatollah, which makes this situation serious. Israel is somewhat concerned that they might manage to put enough pressure on the patient, on Donald Trump, so that he doesn't launch the attack against. Thank you, Iran. I would like to know your comments. I would like to know what you think. I'm going to show you a video that has just been leaked. Just a few minutes ago, a drone from the United States of America writing in Farsi to attack Iran. We're going to leave immediately and also go see that drone to see what's happening over there, what the drone from the United States of America is doing. What's the situation? We were told that this weekend there was a strong possibility that the attack could happen. It hasn't happened, at least not that we know of. The drones are still there in this area at the exit of the port of Bandar Abbas.
Está.
The Iranian drone carrier hasn't moved. It's still there waiting to be hit by a Harpoon missile from the United States of America. It's in this area right here. Iran is still getting ready to launch missiles. I think that's it already. The fact that Iran is getting ready to launch missiles already gives Israel enough justification to launch a preemptive attack.
Creo.
I think that not doing it or waiting for Iran to be the first to launch the attack this time is a catastrophic mistake. But let's also consider what has happened in the past few hours. And what if this is a deception strategy by the United States of America to make Iran think they are not going to be attacked? And the same thing happened in the 12-day war, the day it started, which was on Shabbat. That weekend, the United States was supposed to meet to negotiate. Last night, we were talking about the departure of tanker planes heading to the Mediterranean in a rotation that seems to have been routine. These planes had done the transfer, the taxiing of other planes, so they could reach the operations area. And now they were returning again to the Mediterranean area. And then a series of other things happened. During the day, we'll see the preparations continue. There's a lot of activity. Now we can really say it in Diego Garcia. A lot of planes are moving. Important strategic units are being moved from the island of Guam and from other places. And the transport traffic you see doesn't stop. These planes are heading back to the United Kingdom to bring more planes south to the region when they arrive. There's a detail. Meanwhile, the United States is sending C-17 planes like this one. Like the ones we see doing all the work in Jordan, arriving at different places. Are more anti-aircraft defenses being added? Every day that goes by, and people need to be clear about this, every day that goes by, that's all. The United States is strengthening its regional defense and offense. What is the way the United States of America acts in these kinds of situations, in these kinds of conflicts that we're seeing? What the United States of America usually does is gather a large military force in the region before launching an attack. They have done it with Venezuela, they have done it in the past, and they are doing it right now. Realistically, and even though we all want this to happen, It's likely that more air defense systems still need to arrive to provide complete protection for the entire region. Does it also mean that then the United States is not planning to launch a symbolic attack and only hit small parts of the regime as a reward for having martyred its people? It could be.
Puede.
But if you look, you see all the air traffic that's coming and going. It's a hive of activity. It's the biggest military commercial route in history. Here we see a C-5 Galaxy. Thank you. Arriving. It's also important to understand this. Too many troops are arriving to reach an agreement. The United States, with what it already has in the region, could already put pressure for negotiations with Iran. Iran, seeing this, is realizing that this time it's not going to be a little 12-day war. Nor will the Israeli forces, limited by numbers and logistics, launch symbolic attacks or attacks against targets in the west of the country. Iran is starting to realize that what is coming right now, what is arriving, is a military force capable of overthrowing them. And that's how they're seeing it. That's why they're pulling strings behind the scenes, so that it's precisely through Wyckoff and other countries in the region that they try to convince Donald Trump not to press the red button. That's what they're trying to do. I think it's too late. That's my opinion. I think it's too late. And I also believe, in fact, that what they're going to find is going to be quite a harsh surprise. I believe what we'll see will leave the world stunned. Meanwhile, Israel's doing its own thing with this. Sorry, this was Venezuela. I want to show you what's happening in Lebanon. Sorry, my mistake. Sometimes I can make mistakes too. Israel is doing its own thing, destroying targets in Lebanon. But look at what was happening also on January 9th, because now that the internet is starting to appear and videos are starting to be seen, look at what was happening in Iran.
Es terrible.
The Revolutionary Guard members, so you understand what's going on. People went out onto their balconies to shout for freedom, and down below, the regime and the Revolutionary Guard were shooting at people's balconies and windows. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. What has Lindsey Graham, one of Donald Trump's most important right-hand men, did? He has spoken and made it clear.
You'll never be our friend. If we move the plate but only talk and don't act, we'll face 100 years of chaos. America is in the Ayatollah.
He will never be a friend to the United States. That's why President Trump is choosing the people over their regime.
It will be zero. Thank you. We all talk and don't do it. We'll have 100 years of chaos. It's 100 years of chaos.
That's right, but also, if the problem isn't stopped now, if it's not stopped now, it's going to be even worse later. Israel, Lebanon. Barbecues keep happening in winter, summer, and spring, and the problem of cars overheating keeps getting worse. But the ones who are soon going to get a barbecue are these guys. Just look at this video.
America is forced.
These green worms are moving on the screen. I don't know why. They all have the habit of grouping together when a missile is about to hit them. What they're singing is death. A? Do you know which country Trump is president of?
My bad, America. My bad, America.
If I were president of the United States and saw a group of fanatics building nuclear missiles able to reach Florida, Washington, or New York, and they're raising their fists against my country, threatening to destroy it.
My bad, America. My bad, America.
Do I believe or do I think
That you
would silence them with a blow? I think that would be the logical thing to do in a normal world. By the way, aren't you happy because the European Union just declassified these people or just classified them? They just took them off the white list. Finally, they're going to put them on the black list of terrorist groups. How are things over in Diego Garcia? This is important. Let's take a look. That's how it is at Diego Garcia. Special Operations Planes. 5,000 kilometers from Iran? What are the Delta groups doing over there? I don't know, a P-8 Poseidon? I don't know that either. But what we do see are tanker planes. 3 tanker planes. Look at this. 3 tanker planes, subscribe. They're over there. Who are they waiting for?
No.
Probably for the B-52's goodbye. B-52.
Those.
Of course, it's just that the B-52s, when they get over there, there may be little or nothing left. The Ayatollah. There won't be much or anything left of the Ayatollah. I'm serious. I'm fully convinced. Also, absolutely. I'll show you something. This is public, okay? It's not anything. A stage scene in the Bay of Eilat in Israel. Right now, a search and rescue corvette and a destroyer from the United States Navy share the interest of protecting millions of people in a country called Israel. We have images confirmed and also published by the United States Navy itself. Let's place the image here. No one's at risk, all right? Arleigh Burke-class destroyer with anti-aircraft missiles to shoot down ballistic missiles. Good, very good. There's video. We'll watch it here. Let's do it. Now I'm beginning to understand something we may not have before. What's the idea behind all this? Very simple. 3 rings of defense. Primary defense line, the whole coast of the Persian Gulf. We could even draw it. It wouldn't be a bad idea, huh? Let's do it. First anti-air defense ring. Then we have a second ring of anti-air defense. And here, the last one. Israel. We're missing another apology. That's 4 now. Jordan. The idea is clear from what we're seeing about planes that will be sent. First ring, well, imagine that we're going up. We're not going to paint it since we're here. There. First ring, Kuwait. Bahrain area, Qatar, United Arab Emirates. All this area is to protect against the launch of nearby short-range missiles, cruise missiles, and drones. First ring, second ring. To protect Saudi Arabia, the capital, Riyadh is being protected, the oil wells are being protected. Next, Jordan. From here, they will start or could start operations with the F-15S. Taking off from Jordan? Last ring, Israel. We're taking off the destroyers of the Mediterranean. Now we're 5. With a few more details, obviously. That would basically be the defensive plan. A first line of fire, a second intermediate line to protect Saudi Arabia, third and fourth are to protect Jordan and Israel from attacks. Jordan and Israel are going to share defensive systems because any missile re-entering will pass over Jordan and enter Israeli airspace. Him. Interesting map. Important areas to keep in mind. I think the Tabriz area, this one we see here, is one of the most controversial areas. This area we see here with the military base, missile launch silos, along with the other terror factory they have over there. They also have several are the ones that can most threaten the defense system. Why game? The missiles launched from here, from Bandar Abbas, are short range. They don't reach a high altitude, to put it simply. A ballistic missile One of those that really cause damage has to gain altitude and then practically dive straight down onto the target. That's where it causes the most damage. The ones launching from Bandar Abbas are quasi-ballistic, guys. 500, 400 kilometers. That's it, but still, the ones launching from Tabriz. This is something else entirely. Those missiles, if they're going to travel 1,500 or 1,800 kilometers to attack Haifa, to attack Israel, Tel Aviv, those do go at a higher altitude, which makes the terminal phase critical. From here, missiles will be launched to protect the airspace of Israel and Jordan. Is that detail important? All right, family, now I want to tell you something now that we've been here for 27 minutes. Thank you so much for being live with us, please. Your super chats are super important. I want to show you something. You're going to be amazed by this. Thank you. I remember when this channel was born, there were very few of us. Now there are a few more, and I hope there will be many more. I've heard incredible stories, but there's one story that, from the very beginning of all this, has really touched me. A country like El Salvador in Central America, a country where crime was everywhere. Images we see from the government of El Salvador. The Department of Communication about Cast and Nayib Bukele's visit to new schools inaugurated in the country to educate boys and girls. Congrats to Costa Rica on their elections. The party won democratically. Congrats to our friends in Ticos. Thank you. For me, this story fascinates me. For me, this man, Nayib Bukele, right now, as of today. Thank you. I think he is the most politically balanced man on the planet. Some may like this, others may not. You don't have to agree with what I think. But for me, the topic of El Salvador has always fascinated me, ever since I started. Because I know what the issue with the gangs has been. I know what they've been suffering from the beginning. Working from the start to move forward. And this man has been sent by God. I truly mean it. This man has been sent by God to save a country. Thank you. Military strategies. He promised at the time that he would get to know El Salvador and that he would be in El Salvador. Subscribe. I said it. I said, my dream would be to get to know El Salvador, learn about its history, and see for myself everything that has happened there. Thank you. In the coming days, weeks, when things calm down, you're going to see the number of things, the military strategies that have been seen in El Salvador. Have you seen unique, exclusive content in El Salvador? Many people have come to record in El Salvador. What we've experienced is amazing. So yes, the question you've all been asking is, were you using strategies here, there, over there? Yes. Military strategies in El Salvador. Obviously, for security reasons, we haven't been able to visit many people we would have liked to or hold any events. Because unfortunately, the fate of this channel is to remain anonymous and work in the shadows for the light. We've done amazing things, and I want to show you one. I visited neighborhoods that were overrun by demons who cut off heads, hands, massacred their own families, and stories that touch your soul. We've seen it all. I can say that the man you're seeing has changed a country and will surely change his philosophy, his way of seeing things. Thank you. More than one country. It's amazing. El Salvador is a poor country, because it is, but it's very rich. It's rich in spirit. El Salvador is a country that, since the arrival of Nayib Bukele, has come out to show the world what they are capable of. I've never found a place in all my travels around the world where everyone speaks so well of Bukele. I've asked everyone, what do you think about your country? What do you think about what happened before? What do you think about what's happening now? And everyone says, we thank God for sending us Nayib Bukele. Another day, and now this is coming out? A lot in action. From journalists from Chile who get emotional because of the harsh conditions. From those who are in Checo and say they even cry. You will see it in the documentary we're preparing. Let them take them to their house, let them take them to live with their family for a while, and enjoy the great company that these kinds of people can provide. The example of El Salvador, which has terrorists locked up in a place where there are human rights, because there's food, there are doctors, and there are things, but they're far from harming their people. But notice something else. Not only does El Salvador have the Secot, things we've also been seeing, there are more prisoners, missions. I've been amazed by something called zero idleness, the zero idleness plan, the zero idleness plan. I think it's a style to follow. In every country, I really mean it. Zero leisure applies to inmates not from CCOT, meaning non-terrorists. Thank you. Will lead the country's reconstruction. That school you are seeing was built by inmates deprived of their freedom, people who are being given a chance to re-educate themselves and learn a trade while in prison. The human rights people don't go there to record, they go to CCOT, to later criticize Nayib Bukele. They haven't visited the neighborhoods to show concern or speak with the victims of the El Salvador tragedy. I'm excited to start editing videos because you're going to be amazed by me, but I'd like to show you something which is important to me. It's been said many times that people who create content, especially, unfortunately, about dramatic topics, wars, painful situations in society, we profit from it. We're accused of profiting from suffering in Venezuela, Iran, Israel, and elsewhere. Everyone is who they are, and everyone can do whatever they want. When I went to one of the neighborhoods, which you'll get to know later, thank you for watching the video, I saw who was there. And they reminded me of my beginnings when I started on YouTube. And we did what I think was the right thing. We've made content. We've recorded a lot of videos. We've learned about incredible stories. Hours and hours of recording, but we also had to give something back. I want you to see it anyway. Later, you'll see it in a full video of what we're preparing. Hold on a second, I'll stop this music because I want you to see it. military strategies. With our amazing team, we went to one of the centers called El Cubo, Salvador, in the city of San Salvador. We have been there learning about Nayib Bukele's project to restore peace and harmony in the neighborhoods. In this place that you are seeing, in the past, before this building existed, the Maris used to gather here to plan murders against people. From this channel, we have bought notebooks, pens, pencils, modeling clay, and for an urban music sound studio, we have given them a sound card, speakers, keyboard, music stand, and supporting this project, the Cube. We have left our mark there. We are something more since we are a channel. We are also collaborating so that El Salvador continues to be a life project and an example to follow for many countries. Truly amazing what you are going to see in the coming days here on Military Strategies. Unique content, what had never been recorded, what had never been known. And honestly, we are very proud to have been able to do this. And to see the smiles of kids who didn't want to be part of the games and who are now shaping a future, bringing out their talent, and a childhood that will be able to be educated away from violence. So, many thanks to the government of El Salvador for giving us the opportunity to film, for having walked their streets, for having been with them, and for showing us the reality. The first day we arrived, the government told us, go out on the street and record whatever you want. Just go out on the street and record whatever you want. With nothing to hide. Goodbye. Incredible. Well, the truth is that part of your donations, your super chats, your support, there it is, right there. Do you see them playing in the park before? That's where the gangs used to gather, and they would dump bodies right behind there. This is what the people from NGOs and human rights don't come to explain to the world. It's mind-blowing what we've recorded in El Salvador and with everything there is to tell. Thank you, family, for making this possible. I love this. It was an incredible experience, and we're going to do it again. We'll do it again elsewhere. And I can't wait for you to see all the content we've recorded and that we have prepared for you. That's right. It's not just about making videos. We can do more too. Much more. So, family, thank you for your likes, for your comments, for being with us every day. It's a real pleasure to be the voice of millions of people. We're going to change this world. I'm sure of it. That we're going to change it. That we're going to do something great. See you in the next show here on Military Strategy. Greetings, Chow family.